العلماء، السيدات والسادة، الحضور الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، ومرحبا بحضراتكم جميعا في ضيافة السلام وفي ضيافة إمام السلام الذي جاب العالم شرقا وغربا لنشر قيم التعايش والسلام والمحبة من قلب مؤتمر الأزهر العالمي للسلام وفي مصر
Conference for Peace of Al-Azhar, and from the heart of Egypt,
التي حفظها الله
the
بالسلام
land that preserved by the Almighty God, and the passage of all
وملتقى الحضارات.
religions, and
أيها السادة،
the focal point of all civilizations.
على موعد
The esteemed good people, so now we'll give the floor for the Grand of Al-Azhar, and you'll have the floor, sir. Allow me
أدعو حضراتكم
to
ضيفنا الكبير للوقوف دقيقة صمتا تضامنا مع
allow me just to invite you with the esteemed guest for a minute of silence for those who sacrificed themselves, whether they are here in Egypt or anywhere all over the world. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most passionate, the kind guest, and the different, Your Excellency, Their Holiness, the Pope of the Vatican, and ladies and gentlemen, peace be upon you all. And I'd like just to extend my greetings from myself and from the Al-Azhar, the Holy Al-Azhar, and thanking you for your visit, which came as a response of the call of Al-Azhar and the participation of the World Conference for Peace, the last peace that all the people are longing for, as well as their leaderships and those who flee their country, whether they don't know whether they would actually search for the peace or not, while or some of them, their bodies were scattered, and with a very sad message that we do not know if we can say that the history never witnessed something like that from before. Yet the wise people still searching for a reasonable reason behind such sad fixes that we were destined to pay our lives for, and that they don't have any logic reason for the causes that affected the widowed and the elderly people, unless it is only one reasonable and acceptable reason, which is the trafficking and the marketing of it, and the guarantee by the factory of this, as well as the great wealth of such secret dealings and by international personalities,
أن تحدث هذه الأزمة
And it is
الحادة في القرن
frustrated
الواحد
that
والعشرين
such a crisis
قبل
took
التحضر
place in the
والرقي
century, the
وحقوق
21st
الإنسان
century, a century of
والتقدم العلمي
human rights,
والتقني الهائل
the know-how
وفي
and
عصر
civilization,
مؤسسات
and in an
السلام
era of
ومجالس
peace and
الأمن
institutions, as well as
وتجريم استخدام القوة
Security Council, as well
وتهديدها
as
بالعلاقات
the
الدولية.
time of criminalizing the
المذاهب
force,
الاجتماعية
yet the era
والفلسفات
of
الإنسانية
social
وتبشير
doctrines
بالمساواة المطلقة
and
ومجتمع
the
الطبقة
dissemination
الواحدة
of the absolute
والحداثة
equity, as well
اللاجئية
as
وما بعد
the
الحداثة
non-religious
إلى آخر
modernizations
هذه
and
الإنجازات
beyond,
الاجتماعية
etc.
والفلسفية التي يتيه بها عصرنا
That
الحديث.
that our era
والسؤال
is
المفارق في
is
هذه المفارقة هو
full of it, and
كيف
the
أصبح السلام
concerning
العالمي
question
الآن
is that
وسط كل هذه
how
الإنجازات
for
هو
the
الفردوس
peaceful
وكيف شهد
or the
عصر
world
حقوق الإنسان
play
من
peace
الأعمال
has become,
الهمجية
and
ما لم يشهده عصر من قبل.
how for such an era witnessing such a case. And I think that the answer, and you may agree with me, which is the ignorance of the modernizations for the divine religions, as well as its stabilized values that cannot be changed by the change of interests and greedies. On top of which brotherhood and tolerance, as well as knowing among each others, and reminding them that all creators are made from the Almighty God, and the best are the good of them. In order just to avoid the world to become such a very fighting place, and there's no solutions asserted by the intellectuals in the West and the East, but to regain the awareness of the message of the Almighty God, and to late such a discourse to be thorough thinking and a try of just trying to understand it. And I believe that the road is paved a way for the religion to take or to play the role of respecting the human and disseminating the message, the holy message, as said in the Holy Quran, recited by the Muslims as quote. We've dignified the human. We've already give them the good things, and were being preferred from the others. As we read from the book of tolerance, as quote from the Almighty God, that we were created from man and women, and we've make you different in order to know each others. Yet it is important to purify the image of the religions of wrong applications and false religious attitude that would trigger the violence and hatred, and that a few of them cannot be judged by Muslims, yet the Muslims isn't a religion of terrorism. It's not just because a few of them just took some of its verses and misinterpreted and used them to spread the violence and terrifying the innocent people, and they find who can assist them or support them by arms and training and money. And it's not just because a few of them just carried the crusade and went to claim the lives of the people, regardless of their age, their gender, and because of the teachings of Musa, God forbidden that it is employed by a few people that led the loss of the Palestinian people as such.
ليست الحضارة الأوروبية
not just the European civilization is a civilization of terrorism because of two world wars that's been launched in the heart of Europe and claim innocent people such of millions, and not just because not because of the impact of such a nuclear weapons in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These were just deviations of the thought of the religion as well as civilizations. And if it is a door is being opened, no religion nor civilization or history from the crime of violence and terrorism. And we appreciate your good esteemed Holiness Pope, your statements that avoid Muslims and Islam